Yes. Oh, yeah. You know we got to throw it up. Why? Because it's metal and it's badass. Like this guy over here. That's right. DJ Anubis from the Metal Tavern Radio Podcast. Back on the channel, hanging out with your boy, Preston, Fat Samurai Guy. DJ, how you doing? How you been,
Good,
brother?
man. Been quite a while for us, man. Been a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. It's
It's good to
always
be
great.
back, though. This feels like home.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Samurai Guy be too busy around here. But when
He
I
is. He's
when I get
kicking
a
out
break,
that shit.
yeah, I know, right? When I get a break, I was like, I got to get some Anubis back here on the channel, man. We love talking horror movies, and we're wrapping up to Halloween. My favorite month, holiday of the year. Is it your favorite? I'm assuming.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yep.
But yeah, man, it's always great having you here on the channel. And we're back again with this series that I haven't done in a long time. Our favorite movies. That's right. And we've had a blast in the past. We've done Event Horizon. We've done Ravenous. We've done Prince of Darkness, all that kind of good stuff. But it's been a while, so we're bringing it back because, we got to sneak in some horror movies. That's right. So our favorite movies, episode 4 today. Thanks, everybody, for watching right now. Yeah, we have special guest pick today. And I was like, hit me with something, Anubis. Hit me with something, and boom, Dr. Giggles. And I was like, oh shit, let's do it.
It's time to make an appointment.
Scalpel.
It'll be good for your health.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Oh, sorry. The doctor's in. Sane.
How about a free examination? Get ready to take your medicine. If you think that's bad, wait till you get my bill. I hope you have protection.
Dr. Giggles.
It's a good thing I make house calls.
Rated R.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm loving that.
That was sweet.
Yeah, man. I'm loving that. That's the TV spot I remember growing up. There's actual longer trailer that's different. It shows a couple of scenes that not in the movie. They just made it just for the trailer. But the TV spot here for the VHS is the one I remember.
That's awesome.
But believe it or not, I have not seen this movie for 5 billion years until I think a couple of years ago. I finally watched it for the first time. Oh shit! Look at it. Let me blow it up. Let me blow it up. Let me blow it up. There. Look at that. Look at it. Worship it. Love it. That's right. And it
Bow
figures.
down to the doctor.
Yeah. It figures. This always happens to me, by the way, where I'll buy something digitally because I don't think there's going to be a physical release, and then 2 months later something comes out on Blu-ray. I'm like, really? I think they just wait for me to buy something digitally.
Sad thing is, I think I actually have that on VHS too somewhere.
Oh, how cool! How cool is that, man? Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, we're talking about some Dr. Giggles starring the late great Larry Drake. Man, I'm all rhymes today. Yeah, for all you Darkman fans out there. Yes. Directed by Manny Koto. That's right. And this will be spoiler talk. This has been out since 1992, so we will be talking spoilers. But also starring, for all you Charmed fans out there, Holly Marie Combs. We got Cliff DeYoung, Glenn Quinn, Keith Diamond, Michelle Johnson, and Richard Bradford, who plays Officer Hank Magruder, which is funny because he's always playing these kind of roles.
Right.
He's always playing a shady cop, a corrupt cop, or some kind of cop. You may remember him from The Untouchables, and he had the old man fight with Sean Connery in that movie. But a lot of other people in there. Dougie Doug, good to see him in the movie. He's been in a lot of stuff.
Zoe Trilling, who just passed away last year, actually.
Yes. There's so many people involved in this. I'm going to read the plot synopsis for people who have not seen the film. Here we go. The psychopathic son of a mass murdering doctor escapes from his mental institution to seek revenge on the town where his father was caught. The giggling doctor kills his victims with a surgical theme, his goal being to give one of the townfolk a heart transplant that just happens to look like his mother or remind him of his mom. And we're going to get into that a little bit here. But yeah, man, this is one of those, I've always wanted to see it for years. And it just escaped me And then finally, I think it was like 3 years ago, it was on Amazon Prime, and I was like, "I have to buy this. I have to." Right after I got done watching it, I bought it. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. I had no idea there was a Dr. Giggles comic book. Did you know that?
No, I did not. That's
Yeah,
crazy. I need to
yeah,
check that out.
yeah. When we're out and about, we come across some comics in stores or at conventions. I think I would buy one just for fun. Like if I could just
Oh,
scroll,
hell yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh shit, I got a Dr. Giggles comic." So shout out to Dark Horse Comics for releasing. I don't know how long the series was, uh,
Right?
but Larry Drake was born to play this part. He was great in Darkman too. He's always great, really. He's such a talented actor. But
The one thing I feel about this film is that, and I don't know if you feel the same way, it's almost like Arnold Schwarzenegger on horror. Like the one-liners are all there. Drake nails them every single time. Like
dude,
just the presentation, but it has that feel. It's not an action film, but
right?
the way that he delivers those lines, like medical references, is like
Yeah.
on point.
Yes. No. Well said. Because there's so many in this. I was gonna originally suggest a drinking game for all the
Yeah,
puns
right.
and one-liners, but I don't know if you're gonna make it. I don't know if you're gonna make it. You may not make it. You might pass out halfway through the movie. But there's so
Right.
many one-liners that I can't remember all of them.
Exactly.
Do them today for you. You guys have to watch the movie. But yeah, no, well said. There's so many. And if you see your boy flubbing a little bit, I just woke up, so I'm still like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I've been drinking, so if I'm flubbing, it's just because I'm
It's
drinking.
a reverse flub.
Right.
But yeah, no, the one-liners are amazing. He's so good. He's so good. But the beginning, I love the opening credits. We got a little bit
Yes,
of computer animation, which still kind of looks good for 92.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah. And it was still fun, all the blood clots and you're flying through the body and all that. I love the opening credits, but the beginning, man, oh my God. Like right in the beginning, dude. I was already rolling, son. It's like he's just already cutting people open. And what you find out, at first you think he's a real doctor, he's just operating.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
then and
That's
then you
that's the
realize,
masterful work of the director. It's like you're
yeah,
thinking he's literally doing this surgery in front of like
like
other
students.
doctors.
But yeah, or other
Right.
doctors, yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then you find out he's actually running the asylum now. He's like the inmates are out and they're just crazy. And it's like it's so good. Like that's a great
Yeah.
opening sequence.
Yes, yes. Really sets the tone right out the bat. And this movie pacing was great. There was no
Mhm.
slow lag, boredom parts for at least for me.
Nah.
It felt just like we're just rocking and rolling, and we want to see what Mr. Giggles does next. But yeah, it's just chaos right in the beginning, and this movie just great practical effects, some really fun kills, some great makeup moments. I mean, it's just like yes, oh yes, this. I miss this.
Yeah, it's
I
funny because
really
the
do.
format is almost sort of like Halloween, but instead of like the night that he came home, it's now the doctor makes house calls,
Yeah, exactly. And man, and we're still going. I mean, right in the beginning, he's cutting this dude open. I love the sense of urgency, or not really, from everyone else that's in there. They're just mildly walking down the hallway. Yeah, Drake's out. Larry Drake escaped, and it's carnage. Hopefully, they must have like the worst security at that
God
place.
awful.
But yeah, Dr. Evan Rendell. We're gonna call him Dr. Giggles. It's more fun.
Yeah.
Is what Drake plays. But yeah,
Dr. G.
we're still going. One of the nurse gets a massage, and then you realize, oh shit, he's just
Let me
fucking
give you
with
a
her.
hand.
Yeah, let me give you a hand. I mean, again, shout out to who wrote the script. Seriously, because so good, so good. But all kinds. This movie, the whole movie is this. It's just so much fun.
Mhm.
Everyone's different, right? Everyone has their, movies are subjective. Everyone has their own like favorite style, right, or favorite genre or whatever. But come on, man, if you're not laughing when you're watching this movie, you're too serious.
Right.
You're too serious, man.
I
If you
mean,
at
it's
least
all about
chuckle at
his
one thing,
delivery,
yeah, Yeah. Yeah. It's a horror comedy. It's so
Yep.
obvious. But if you can at least chuckle once, it's like, oh man, I don't know if we could be Facebook friends. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, shit,
Uh,
dude. I mean, you showed it in the trailer, like
yeah.
the moment where the kid's like getting ready to try to get laid, and he's crawling through the covers, and he's like, "I hope you brought protection." I mean, it's so on point, you
Yeah.
know?
And then he cuts his dick off.
Right.
Yeah. So we again the whole uh almost Fred Krueger-esque and Myers-esque, town legend. Let's go to the house. So you have these stupid teenagers. Hey, let's go to the house and fuck around. I don't know, man, but I would have been pissed if my buddy locked me in the house of a serial
Right.
killer's house. I think I'd be kind of pissed off.
I love
Uh,
yeah, I love how the girl's like, maybe you'll get some if you get me out of here. I'm like, honey, you don't even have to get me some. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
exactly. It doesn't work out too well for them when Mr. Giggles shows up. But look at the face. Look at
Mm.
Drake's face. He just
Yep.
owns this role.
Mhm.
Owns it. But yeah, it doesn't work out too well for Dougie Doug and his lady there. But yeah, fun kills, great moments, but still when we're continuing watching his rampage, he's doing the work. He's doing the work for his dad,
Yeah.
and he's just doing the rampage, killing all these people in the town. You have all these hilarious moments, like he kills one person and he turns over, he looks in the living room, and you think he's gonna go kill the kid that's playing video games. Shout out to Dr. Mario fans right there. We going way back.
What do you say? It's terminal.
Yeah. He looks over at him. He goes, "Terminal." It's so funny, and he just leaves.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was rolling, man. I was busting up laughing.
I mean, I know we're gonna get to like more of this, but I don't
Mhm.
know about you, but like in a weird way, you're almost empathetic to Dr. Giggles because there's a part of him I think wants to really be a good doctor. Like, you kind of learn through his backstory that he idolizes his dad and all this stuff. But for some reason, like obviously he gets attached to Jennifer Campbell, played by Combs, who has a heart condition. So he literally like, puts his revenge on pause
Right.
to try to help her get a better heart. Like it's really kind of weird. He's got this sentimental somewhat value about him, but yet he doesn't really carry it out because he's so busy being chaotic,
Yeah.
and psychotic at the same time.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're right. In some way, he's trying to help her too. Especially because she reminds him of his mom a little bit.
Correct.
But yeah, once his real life mother dies, the sicker she got, the crazier the dad got.
Mhm.
Especially when she finally passes away, and then the dad. A great scene right here. The dad breaks. He goes from tears to laughter.
Yeah.
And then he starts laughing because he's too young, probably doesn't really know what's going on, which leads to a crazy scene later, which we're going to lead up to it. But yeah,
That shit
talk
was
about
nuts.
dude. I was like not expecting that at all.
Nope.
It makes all the sense in the world why that cop has all that PTSD from the experience. But yeah, talk about Combs' character, like her condition and what she's going through and her family. And
So yeah, she has I guess it's like a heart murmur or something, but she's dealing with a heart issue. She's been seeing a doctor. Her doctor prescribes her basically a heart monitor. They want to do like a transplant, but they're not totally rushing it yet. But she's getting out of high school. She's supposed to kind of take it easy, but she's got a boyfriend who's very sexually active.
right.
And of course, she's
Likes to
around
drink.
friends who like to drink and party.
Yeah.
But she's not really allowed to do all those things because she's got to keep her heart rate down from like basically going out of control to the point of a heart attack. So everything, it's like she can't do a lot of like strenuous things and be stressed out. So,
Right.
So she's kind of bummed about all that shit. She's like just kind of down the dumps, and despite going to the carnival, the boyfriend trying to make her at ease, and she's like, I'm not really feeling it right now. I'm just
Right.
kind of out of it.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
he
that's
was-
where she's at with that. Of course, the group that she's with, they're all preoccupied with sex and partying and
right.
doing all their kind of things. So
Yeah, and she's kind of bummed out about that. She wants to have some fun, but she can't. But with her family situation, her mom passed away, and the dad, I think, what was it, 2 years? The dad's already with somebody else or something like that. It wasn't that long,
I
a couple
thought it
years.
was even less than that because like the way that they kind of implied it was like within a year, but
Right.
could be 2 years. I might have missed a quote, but either way, like she's not really that happy about it. Like as a daughter, she's kind of like hasn't quite gotten over mommy.
Yeah.
And
Right. But I was not expecting the replacement to be a bitch. Like I was like,
right,
dude, because at first I was like, it's the whole new mom or new girlfriend in the house. She's not used to it yet because she's still, like you said, she's still trying to get over her mother's death. So she's like, who's this bitch? So you have that conflict, but no, she's the bitch. It's
yeah,
like, wait a minute.
she's not feeling it at all. Like with the daughter, she thinks everything the daughter's doing for attention and all this crap, and not really being sympathetic about the situation at all. And so all I can say is her death scene was well deserved.
Yeah. And very creative too.
Yes.
She ate all that ice cream, and Mr. Giggles is like,
What goes in
Yeah.
must come out.
you are what you eat. He's like,
Yes.
Didn't he pick up the cart and he's like, look at all the sugar and fat.
Yeah, he's got the bowl. He's like, oh, this is just terrible.
But
we
yeah,
gotta get you eating healthy.
yeah, but she didn't even want to look for the daughter when the husband or the boyfriend asked her, like, hey, she's out there, she might be sick, we don't know what's going on, come with me. And she was like, no, you go look for her. I was like, dude. And then she was like, they were trying to bone earlier, and of course he gets up and leaves because he's concerned about his daughter, and she's all like mad. She's all like, what? She should get over it by now. I mean, look, your wife's been dead. Your wife's been dead a few years. You got over it. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
That chick is like a mess.
Horrible. But yeah, during the rampage, of course, more creative kills. I mean, look at this shot right here. Just great makeup and practical effects.
Yep.
Just so good, so good. This one's great too. This head they made. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
With the nosy neighbor, no pun intended there.
The nosy neighbor.
Yeah, but yeah, he's on his spree there. But yeah, just really good. Really, really good. Now let's go from good to awkward. And I'm gonna need Brother Anubis to help me out here. Because I'm like, is this like, what is happening here? So we have the scene where the douchebag friend that got Dougie Doug and his girlfriend killed earlier, he's trying to get laid. All right, so let's talk about this scene here. So she's like down for it, but he's like, wait, hold on a second. What'll really turn me on is if you wear my mom's lingerie. I'm like, what? And so she's like, huh? And then so he goes and gets his mom's lingerie, brings it to her. She puts it on. I'm like, what is happening? Now help me out here. Now, there's a scene where I may be reading too much into the scene, but there's a scene where she's already dressed. She walks over to like a mirror or a door or something like that, and there's all these pictures on the door or mirror, and she gets mad, and then she starts pulling all those pictures off. Were those pictures of his mom?
I'd have to go back and watch again, but like I thought maybe it might be ex-girlfriends, but if it's his mom, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Like that's such a good point because like I never really thought about it that much, but dude, I'll have to go back and relook at that.
There's a whole other subplot of the movie.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I could be wrong. It could be his ex-girlfriends, but I'm like, dude, what is happening? Like, this is just awkward. Well, anyway, he fucks around and finds out with Giggles, and she gets it too as well. But yeah, I love how he's underneath the blanket when he gets under there, and he's it's so good, so good. Oh man.
And again, like even with the girl in the hallway, like he's getting ready to tongue up, and he's like, oh, you're feeling hot, feverish. Yeah, it's so great. Like
there's too many to bring up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too many. That's why you guys got to watch the movie. And let us know in the comments below if I stumbled across a subplot. And those are
maybe the rest of you know who those pictures were, because I sure the fuck don't remember. I thought it was just ex-girlfriends, but if it's his mommy, that's crazy. And how about the fact that, the only thing she wanted was for him to wear a condom, and he threw it, it fell in the fucking toilet, and he's still
Oh my
trying to
god.
fish it out.
Oh my god.
And then he makes a stupid comment like, she won't notice.
It's like, dude, you had one job.
Right, one
You had
job.
one job, man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we had some fun little chase set pieces. I loved everything at the carnival inside
Mhm.
the House of Mirrors when he's going after our lead here. Some really cool visuals, some really cool stuff, and of course, one of the one of the unfortunates gets killed with it, and he puts a giant band-aid over her mouth there, which is pretty
Yeah,
funny.
right.
Didn't he say something about I forgot the pun there because there's so many, but he said
Yeah,
something.
she went and she basically, when she ran in, because Jennifer's boyfriend was fooling around with that girl because he was kind of upset about Jennifer not putting out, but she runs into the hall of mirrors, and she runs right into one of the little glass or pane windows,
Yeah.
and kind of like guy gave herself a bloody nose. So he's like, I have a band-aid for that. And then it turns out to be this big ass fucking thing.
Oh, so good, so good. But now let's get to the infamous scene here. So we have our two our cops here are both of them are partners, Officer Hank Magruder and Officer Joe Reitz. But poor Joe. I was kind of surprised they both died. I thought
Yeah,
maybe
you kind
one.
of
I
thought
thought
Joe
maybe
might
one.
kind of make it out by the end, but
Yeah, I thought maybe one of them would live. But hey, it's called Neither of Them Are the Final Girl.
you're right.
That's what it's called, man. Everyone's up for grabs and getting killed in these kind of movies. But I kind of would, at least Joe would have lived. I thought that would have been cool.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's been a back and forth, and you could tell Hank is hiding something, and Joe kind of pushes them. They actually push each other, literally. And then he finally breaks. And he's like, all right, man, when I was young, this is basically what happened here. And this is the things that I've seen some things, man, and some stuff. But yeah, I'll let you explain it because I'm too busy laughing internally over here. But yeah, talk about the scene, and then I'll show
So
the
yeah,
picture.
as a young cop, what was it? Magruder? Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Hank. Yeah.
he's covering. They just discovered Dr. Giggles' dad's house where he had a bunch of victims. Like his dad had gone nuts and killed a bunch of people, and so they're recovering bodies. And so Magruder's job is to be in the morgue to watch over the bodies and make sure that no one's touching the evidence, basically. So all of a sudden he starts hearing giggling. And so he's by himself, so it's creepy as fuck already
Yeah.
in a morgue.
Drinking.
So
Yeah.
he's got his like Jim Beam or whatever the fuck he was
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
And so he wanders in there and he finds the corpse of I don't know if it was his mother or just another girl. I think
I
the
think it
mother's
was his
long gone.
mom.
So was it his mom?
I think he's
Yes,
yeah.
it was. It was
Yeah.
because they made a reference about it.
Right.
So he uncovers the corpse of the mother, and all of a sudden, like the stomach of the corpse starts pushing up, and he starts freaking the fuck out. And of course, we see this blade come through the stomach and come, cutting down. So all of a sudden, Giggles as a kid is coming out as if
Yeah.
from birth again, rebirth,
This is
and that
insane.
image, yeah, that image like lasted in Magruder's mind forever, and like even my own, like that's a scene that like I did not expect. But perfectly
Insane.
done. Yeah, it is nuts. And so again, the kid's just giggling and giggling, and that makes it worse in terms of the shock value that you're dealing with. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what Magruder was basically keeping secret, because he didn't really want to talk about it. He never told anybody. Like,
Right.
he just, no one would, they don't think he's crazy.
Right.
So,
And plus he feels already responsible. People are already dying.
yeah.
It's like, oh shit, is it my fault? And I let this guy live? Is he really back in town?
Mhm.
But yeah, he's kind of been in denial the whole time. But yeah, this scene was insane. And what cracks me up about this scene afterwards is that he didn't kill him. He just because Magruder passed out, so he didn't kill him. But when Magruder woke up, he said everything was clean. The body was sewn back together. Like it's nothing happened.
Yeah,
So
you cannot say Dr. Gill is not meticulous. He's very meticulous.
Yeah,
Because
so
you actually kind of wonder throughout the film because he is piling up these bodies everywhere he's going,
yeah,
but yet no one's finding the bodies, and we know why, but we don't see it. Like you think that somebody should be finding something, they can't find anybody.
right, yeah. And I think the dad hid him in the mother's body because I think he knew they were coming for him. The town was coming for him because they
Yeah.
apparently dragged him out of the house and they stoned him to death.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happened. So he's just like, for protection purposes, he's like, son, I need you to get in mom's.
Right. We're gonna play hide and seek.
Oh man, just wild and more fun and crazy kills throughout the film. There's too many to name. And just so much fun with this movie and just hilarious moments. And of course, he's going for Combs again. He's trying to get her, and of course, she's getting her routine checkup anyway. And then he shows up at the place she's getting a routine checkup. And I was not expecting a doctor fight.
That was very unprofessional. I'm telling you, Samurai is right. If you have not seen this film, it's on Tubi right now. It is on Tubi. Watch it because you will have a blast with this film. Like it's so underrated in horror films, you often forget about it. Like that's how underrated it is.
Ridiculously underrated. This could have been an underrated episode. But yeah, I mean, just I love how first he stabs the doctor before they have the fight, and then he goes, how about a second opinion or something like that? Oh my god!
Opinion.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
But it doesn't go well. I mean, shout out to the doctor trying to help. He tried, the good doctor. It didn't work out too well for him though. And of course, now we're taken to Mr. Giggles' lair, and you find all these dead bodies laying around. Now you find out where the bodies.
The waiting room. Yeah.
Look at the faces. I mean, this is amazing. Yeah, the whole waiting room thing, so good. And I love the suspense buildup to the kind of the final throwdown, at least the first round one throwdown. And we had so much fun moments. Like I love how it's time to do what doctors do best, and the camera pans and shows golf clubs. Oh my god! And of course he's beating up old Joe here. But yeah, this was a fun. Just a fun.
What do you say? That I should have got a 9-iron or something after that.
Oh man, yeah, just some great action. Very fast pace. The camera movement. It's so well directed. It doesn't
beat around the bush at all. No, it just gets right to it.
No. And another thing I don't really see other people talk about with this movie is the score, the actual score, the soundtrack. Is really good because it has that old school Universal horror monster movie feel vibe to it. Man, you can go back to like House of Wax if you want to. It has that big, like that huge bombastic score, which fits this kind of movie. It's so good. But yeah, I mean, look at the shot. Look at the shot. I mean, it's just so badass. Giggles is on fire. Well, literally a little bit after this, but it's a great little showdown back and forth. But it doesn't work out for old Joe. But props to Comb busting the gat. She's like, "Fuck this dude, I'm gonna try." I mean, I never shot a gun before, but fuck it. Which leaves, well, actually, first, I gotta rewind a little bit. Old Hank doesn't make it. At least he gets a shot off. At least he shoots him when he finally realizes, oh shit, Giggles is alive, and he gets fucked up and dies. But at least he gets a shot off on him, and which leads us to the hilarious, "I'm in pain, but I'm laughing" moment.
Exactly. Like I think that Giggles, whenever he's dealing with pain or uncomfortable situations, he just starts giggling.
He's just like. It's so funny. He's so good. especially when he's operating on himself to get the bullet out. This whole scene, oh my god!
Yep.
Can we just give him the Oscar?
Right.
Him laughing
Right.
and doing what he's doing here is so good. But yeah, that's just a lot of fun stuff. But they escape. The house explodes. You think everything is fine, and nope. And Giggles shows up
Who
at
are
the
you?
hospital. Yeah.
I'm her doctor. And the look on that surgeon's face is just like priceless. He's like, what the fuck do I got going on here?
But I loved all his stuff that he just said he just rigged together at the last minute. He had all these tools / weapons.
I haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah. I could have watched 20 more minutes of him using his new gadgets
Oh god,
on people in the hospital. It would have been hilarious. But we get another final showdown between our final girl. It shocks him. And I mean, this is the movie of the puns and the one-liners. So we're not gonna, what do we have? Sarah Connor, you're terminated, right? No, we're gonna do
Right.
that twice. We're gonna do
Yeah.
that twice. So first she has the pun one-liner shot, she shocks him, and then not too long after that, she stabs him twice later, but still with another pun or one-liner. It was a
He's like, I don't feel good. She's like, well, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
she stabs
And then
him.
of course his final one was the best. Like, is there a doctor in the house?
The slow. That's right. Before Deadpool, Larry
Yep.
Drake broke the fourth wall here.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Slowly panning towards the audience. Is there a doctor in the house? And falls over. I mean, this is the cherry on top. This
Yep.
really is the cherry on top. And I was just cheering, laughing, and just like having so much fun with the movie, man. It's I enjoyed it so much. I'm gonna say this is a horror classic.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to say this is a horror classic, a horror movie classic. I know a lot of people probably will disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But
I'd probably even say, like, for myself, if I did a top 25 horror films, this would be in it. Easily.
yes, just so much fun. But yeah, ridiculously underrated, so much fun. But let's be honest. Okay, as evil as the Doctor is in this movie. Let's be honest. We all know who the true villain is. We all know who the most evil one in this movie was. The blonde.
Zoe.
This character is the most evil. All right. I mean, come on, dude. Like they go to the makeout point, and she's not making out with anyone. She just goes there while everyone's making out, and she looks pissed. And I'm waiting for her to join in. Like, come on, you went there, all right? And then no. She's like, no, I'm evil. I'm the most evil character in this movie. So
I'm gonna throw my friend under the bus.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up and leave and walk all the way to the carnival and wait for Combs to show up just to tell her boyfriend's cheating on her. This is pure evil.
Yep. She was not a happy camper.
No, I was expecting her to like she wanted some of the boyfriend too. Pass the boyfriend over here when you're done. That's how she was acting. But no, I'm just gonna sit there pissed, evil, and then I'm gonna get up and go to the carnival and fuck around. That kind of bugged me when I rewatched the movie. I was like, what the hell is she doing?
There's always that one person. And let's be real too. Why the boyfriend was able to survive, I don't know. Like,
that's true. He probably, I mean, I would have rather the boyfriend died and Joe lived.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But and then when he leaned over and kissed Combs at the end, I was like, I don't know, man. She might still be mad at you.
Right?
Even though you kind of bootlegged Help Save Her Life, kind of. I don't know. She may, but
well, it's because his other girlfriend died with a Band-Aid.
Right. But it's fine. We're just nitpicking. We're just having fun here. But yeah, this is a classic. Definitely check it out on Tubi. Shit, fuck, buy the Blu-ray. I'm gonna have to buy the Blu-ray now because I can't just have it digitally. I want a physical copy. So I believe Shout Factory released the Blu-ray, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I will say this: this is one or two films where Larry Drake shines in a horror film. The other one, for those that don't know, is Dark Knight of the Scarecrow in the early '80s.
Yes,
TV for as Bubba. So,
dude,
yep, this
so
guy
good,
only did two horror films, but he nailed both of them wonderfully.
dude. Yeah, make sure you guys check that out too. And that was a TV movie.
Yep,
That's
back
insane,
when shit was good.
right? Right.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, that movie wasn't like gory or anything, but it was
No,
so,
but it gives you the creep factor, man.
dude.
There's a lot of
It
big names in it. They had a lot
gives
of
you
good
the creeps.
acting.
Yeah, it gives you the creeps for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, we watched that, I think, a couple of years ago too. And me and Lady Fat were like, dude, this is a fucking good movie, man. So yeah, make sure you guys check that one out too. That's another goddamn Blu-ray I have to buy.
Oh,
God damn
yeah.
it.
God
But yeah,
damn it.
rest in power, Larry Drake, a phenomenal
Yes, sir.
talent. We will always represent his films and let you guys know about his movies and stuff like that. Make sure you check out his filmography. He's always good, and no matter what it is. But yeah, if you haven't seen him in Dark Man, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, all that kind of good stuff, and of course, Dr. Giggles. Well, this was a blast, my friend. Thank you so much. I could talk to this
Thank you,
guy
sir.
all day about movies. I want to go right into Dark Knight of the Scarecrow now, but we got to end it for today. Future video, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, this was a blast. Make sure you guys check the links in the description box below and subscribe to DJ Anubis. Yeah, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. Follow the Movie Dojo podcast on Spotify for podcasters, all that good stuff. And keep rocking and rolling. Keep watching them horror movies. That's right. We're leading up to Halloween, baby. Oh, yeah. Celebrating the best, the greatest of all time. That's right. Holiday of the year. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Cheers.